Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, baby.
We are here. I guess I have to lose my hat. I can't actually hear. Hang on a second.
It's a nice hat.
Thanks.
Now I can see your head.
I braided my hair without taking my hat off, and that's usually a mistake. Oh, I got a hair in my eyeball now.
Whoa. Whoa, get it together.
I'm trying.
There.
Sorry.
You're half of this radio show. You better get it together.
I'm very distracted. Hairs distract me. You ever get like a hair in your mouth and you can't find it?
I had one this morning.
It's the worst.
I had a hair in my...
Was it your own hair or was it a cat hair?
I believe
Why do you lick your cats so much?
I don't.
You know what is amazing with pets? Like, even when you open a brand new package of crackers, their hair is already in it.
Really? I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
You don't even have cats.
No, but dog hair. Like, it's so staticky this season.
Everything just a tray. You open it up and it just attracts every loose hair.
Yeah, I did. I opened up a brand new package of crackers and like, voila, there was my dog's hair.
Yeah, it's true. There's so much hidden hair on the couch. If you just take a wet paper towel and you just gently go over your couch, you will discover...
You make a little loop of duct tape on your hand and you pat things.
I never have too much luck with that because it almost immediately gets clotted up with the hair.
You have to keep rolling it a little on your hand to get new, fresh duct tape.
I just like wet paper towels better.
Does that work?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Give it a whirl. You know, live dangerously.
There's some new one of those infomercials for a weird little comb that you can get hair off your clothes and hair off your pets. Like it takes dander and things out.
You know, if they haven't invented one that works by now, then any new one is not going to work. That's my
Well, maybe this is the one that works. I mean, it's got an infomercial and everything.
I just don't think it's possible.
All right.
It's not complex technology.
That's why they're starting to make animals that just their hair doesn't come out.
Oh.
Like doodle things.
Would you want to always have your hair?
Everything with the name doodle on the end of it is just modified so its hair doesn't come out.
Hair doodle?
No, like labradoodles and golden doodles and poo doodles. Oh wait, no, it doesn't need to be a poo doodle. It's already poodle.
You what you're trying to say is that they're breeding dogs for
They're crossing
convenience.
everything with poodles because poodles need to have their hair clipped. They don't shed. So now people are crossing everything with poodles, which is stupid because I don't like poodles.
Poodles are smart though, aren't they?
That's what people just say. I think they just say that so that you don't hate poodles.
Yeah, like they say dolphins are smart.
I think dolphins are probably smart. Look, I think their little noses are so cute.
Elephants.
Anything with a cute nose is bound to be
like
smart.
An elephant. Think about it.
Oh my
Everything
God.
with a great nose is probably very intelligent. Now remember that when you see people.
We are brilliant then.
We have pretty good noses.
No, I don't have a good nose. You have a good nose, so you're brilliant. I'm so.
No, you have a great nose. It's just different greatnesses, different types of greatness in a nose. Sometimes it's
It's great as in size-wise, but it's not great as in great, awesome, great.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Do you know what I read today?
What?
Speak slowly on the radio. I read it in that book.
In this book?
Yeah.
This book that says radio is theater of the mind.
Yes.
Hey, somebody has got some things bookmarked in here. What do they have bookmarked, I wonder? All living beings deserve respect and dignity, even your occasional dumbass guest. Oh, that's a bad word.
You said you're a dumb donkey? A dumb donkey
You know
guest?
what? This is the handy guide to the basic radio interview book. If they have this book in here, why do they have bad words in it that we aren't supposed to use?
You can say that word. The one you just said is not a bad one.
Okay.
Evidently.
I'm not going to read this book anymore. This book's here to trick us into being fired as radio DJs.
There's some cool things in there, though. I think we're going to go back to it later in the show. What is the show?
Oh, yeah. This is the 11th hour. This is 11th hour radio, people.
11th hour radio.
On WFVR-LP, South Royalton, Vermont. Royalton Community Radio, 96.5 FM.
It's a beautiful thing. Community radio.
Is it? Is it really? Do we just think that because we're in it?
No, it totally is. It's totally, totally great. It's totally one of the best things in the universe, especially for those of us who live here in the
I think
River
cheese
Valley.
rates in higher than community radio personally. Like if I had to give up if I had to give up cheese or community radio, that's a hard one, Kristina, don't you think?
I'm not going to make you give up either.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Julie sent me something about cheese. What was it?
She sent me something about cheese too.
What was it?
And she sent me her address, thank God, because I'm so lax on sending anything back to anybody.
What's a cheese thing?
You have to click on the link and it will tell you about cheese.
No, it was oh God, I can't believe I can't remember. It's something about...
Hey, that's our phone question right now. It is, please name 2 British types of cheeses. What do you think, Kristina?
It's up to you. You're near the phone. Can you stretch your arm that far? I don't think you can make it. I think your arm is not going to be able to get to the phone.
I can't get to the phone.
Dang it.
I'm sorry, whoever is calling, we can't get to the phone. I think the answer machine will get you, though.
I know what we could do.
When we're off air, we'll check it.
Why don't you text us?
Text us!
Yeah, I have my phone here.
Kristina can reach hers. I can't reach the studio one.
Contextual.
Whoever you are you trying to answer my question? What are 2 types of British cheeses?
Well, maybe
famous British cheeses.
If we're lucky, it's Julie who's calling us about a very important cheese fact that has slipped our mind. So let's just hold on because I'm going to put my ringer on, okay?
Okay.
And we might get more info on cheese. Everybody, hold on to your hats. So I did find out that my daughter had a baby, and
I know, and here we are sitting here talking about cheese.
Well,
when
babies are kind of cheese-like.
They come encased
They're like
in
little
cheese.
cheeses. Their heads look kind of like cheese.
No.
They're beautiful. Well, we love cheese, right? So we love babies' heads.
Babies and cheese are, what's that stuff they're covered in when they come out that looks like cottage cheese?
Not sure.
Oh, Vernex. It's called Vernex.
Vernex, that's it.
It's like they're covered, somebody slathered them in feta before they came out.
Such a good system. I mean,
I know.
What
better way is there to arrive in the earth than being covered with feta?
A ricotta. And this child that's now my grandchild was born in Italy, so I'm sure it was ricotta cheese.
That's true. Wow. Did they name it ricotta? They named it something like that. Oh, no.
No, it's
Romeo.
Romeo.
That's cheese.
It is?
Romeo cheese is a cheese, isn't it?
Is it? Okay,
I think Romeo cheese is a cheese.
All right. You know what? I think I'm going to answer the phone because it keeps ringing.
You can't reach the phone.
We all have phone phobia.
Okay, hold on a second.
I was going to tell you
Let me take off the stuff.
All right.
And
I was going to tell you about my week and how many phone calls I had to make.
What?
And, then I get...
Wait, the phone is not ringing anymore.
Be there or be square. You didn't make it in time.
It's far away from me now.
Yeah.
I'm putting a...
Sometimes we put obstacles in our own way. We put obstacles in our own...
I gotta say, though, no matter what, this whole setup is not set up ideally, like, for being on the radio and answering the phone. And look at this. My table's shoved over. Okay. Who was in here? There was some wild party going on here. Everything's out of place.
There's feng shui issues here. You don't leave microphones just sitting around on the table like that. You should coil. You need to coil the cables.
What is this? And what is that?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to coil those cables when we're done.
Okay, I'll help you.
And also, the power strip over there has too many plugs in it. There's a big plug problem going on. There's the plug problem over here that says do not unplug. And when I came in here, there was nothing plugged in there. That is a problem.
Yes.
You hear me?
I do.
So anyway, back to the birth.
Yes.
I found out about it via text message because we had this group going, all the siblings, and there were 6 siblings, including my stepdaughters and various and sundry children that somehow are connected to me. So they were all having this massive, we're waiting text conversation. And then...
Were you all hassling Freya? Would you be like, would you just give birth already?
No, she wasn't on it yet. She was actually in labor, so she wasn't part of it until after. But her husband was part of it. And so he,
Were you pestering him?
We were not pestering him. He let us know when they got to the hospital. And then there was this long silence for about 5 hours, maybe 4 hours. And then finally we got a little text and it said, "Just finished. Sorry it took so long." He's so polite.
He apologized for how long it was taking?
He's so polite.
He wasn't even in labor.
He's just super polite.
It must be because he's Italian, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't recall Italians being terribly polite, though. Oh, it's the French that are rude. Maybe the Italians are nice.
I think they're incorrigibly friendly. For sure.
But do you agree that French people are very rude? I've heard that French people are quite rude.
Well, no, I can't generalize about that. I mean, I think that people sometimes have issues when they can't speak French and they go over there and they don't try and then the French spit on them. But besides that, I think everything's cool with the French. Little spitting.
Yeah.
So
it's true.
Let's see if anybody's trying to text me because that phone that we can't reach. No. Oh, well. Okay. Everything comes around. What goes around comes around. So we will eventually make contact with all the people in the universe who are trying to reach us. I promise you that. I would never make that promise without knowing that I could fulfill it.
Everyone in the whole universe?
Yep.
Wow, Kristina.
Yep, you bet.
Oh, babies. I got to go to a baby shower tomorrow. I love the people that the baby shower are for, but I don't love baby showers.
Because you have to watch people open stuff.
First of all, it's usually like very woman-centric, which I think is silly.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all just have to sit there and go, oh, for like 3 hours while someone opens a pair of booties and onesies. And,
I think there's a small subset of baby showers that do not involve consumerism.
Oh, wait, there's the worst type of baby shower, though, is where they make you play games, baby-themed games.
Oh, I never have been to one like that.
Yeah, like you all have to take toilet paper and take a little piece off and guess who's going to have the correct length to fit around the pregnant lady's belly.
Oh.
Or you fill baby bottles with like milk and everyone has to guzzle it. Or there's all kinds of weird baby games and baby games.
I got left out of that.
Require... Well, they've only cropped up since like Pinterest happened.
Okay. Well, I've been on this other radical fringe.
What?
That's probably aging hippies kind of radical fringe. And
Is it the blessing way type
Yes!
of parties?
The
Those are way better.
renegade blessing ways where you all sit in a circle and you take cornmeal and you rub the pregnant person's feet. It's usually a woman.
I would like just a blessing way for every time that I have a meal or something. I just want, after every meal, I want people to sit in a circle around me and rub my feet with cornmeal.
Oh, you know what I want?
That should be a new rule.
That sounds great, but I want a blessing man. I want one of them.
Just to rub your feet with cornmeal all the time?
Sure, and other stuff, but definitely.
Why cornmeal?
Because it's sacred.
Is it exfoliation?
No,
purposes?
it's sacred stuff.
Cornmeal sacred?
Corn.
I don't want corn rubbed on my feet.
Well, not today's GMO corn, of course not. But you
well,
can still
I just don't want any, raw corn?
Blue corn. Corn grits.
Well, I don't know, Kristina.
What
about a nice dry corn cob would be kind of a massaging thing.
Yeah.
But not like canned corn niblets, rubbed on your feet would be disgusting. Or creamed corn. Now that would be bad.
It's all what you think of bad is.
If anyone rubs cream corn on any part of me,
I'm going to try to get to that phone. I'm just going to abandon you.
Okay, Kristina's leaving me.
Okay. Hello, 11th Hour Radio.
She's left me.
Oh, we're not on the air?
We're not on the air?
Well, it could just be your connection to us. I'm not sure, but
I need to go check. Okay. We could check that computer thing over there.
We'll see. We'll check on our site. Okay. Thank you, Duffy. Bye.
Someone says we're not on the air?
It was Duffy.
And she says we're not on the air?
Yeah, but I can check out there and see because that radio.
All right. Are you going to leave me again? Okay, you leave me again.
Okay, you can.
I'll just sit
read
here
from your list
and talk about creamed corn some more because that's such a wonderful topic. I've never actually eaten creamed corn. Have you, Kristina?
No, we're on.
We're on. We're on air.
I used to.
You used to eat creamed corn? Creamed corn? Say that 10 times fast. Creamed corn. What do you just mush it? Is that what creamed corn is?
Oh, there's probably a lot of sugar in it and stuff like that, you know. That was kind of a 50s food. It was like Campbell's soup and creamed corn and what is chipped beef?
I don't know. I don't know at all.
Our phone is ringing again, but I think we're not going to answer it this time because if there is a problem, I'll tell you what, this is our deal with the world, is that we're going to make a podcast that you can listen to later. So if we're just talking to ourselves, it's all going to work out. We feel confident about that. So.
Oh, it's not on anyway. That computer has gone blank, and that's supposed to tell us if we're on or not anyhow. Doesn't it have the thing that says... Oh, you checked out there. Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
It's all good.
We're good, and I did see the Schwann's truck up at Flanders Market this morning, which is not where it's supposed to be.
Oh, my God.
It's awfully dirty. Somebody ought to wash it.
Oh, my God. It was in Chelsea?
Yeah, it was in Chelsea. No.
I saw it some other day of the week once, and I was flabbergasted as to what it's doing. Not on a Friday, out and about in the world.
I don't know. I wish we could ride along sometime.
By the way, cheddar cheese is a famous British cheese.
Cheddar? Really?
Cheddar comes from Great Britain.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Because you never answered what kind of cheese comes from Great Britain, so I thought I would tell you.
Well, I don't know. I kept thinking Colby, because the word Colby sounds English.
The Stilton? Stilton probably does, too.
Yeah, that sounds English.
Oh, yeah. All the stuff I could think of before were French, like brie and...
Well, then there's the German ones. There's German ones,
Gouda.
I think.
No, Gouda's from... Is Gouda German?
No, that sounds Italian.
Gouda's Dutch.
Oh, Dutch.
It is, I think.
I bet they make it in wooden shoes. I bet
Gouda.
they pour the stuff in there and let it set.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Imagine getting shoefuls of cheese.
That's kind of gross, Kristina. It's like eating it right off the newborn baby. Kind of gross.
Well, that's your idea. I didn't come up with that one.
Well, that's what it's described as in birth books, that it's covered with a waxy/cheesy substance. Did you read all those birth book things?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got lots of them. Ida Mae Gaskin, you know that one? Spiritual Midwifery.
Oh, shut up. I hate that book so much.
Well,
I could make so much fun of that book right now.
There's some good stuff in there.
But there's so obnoxious. I can't even take it. It's like all these women out in a yurt and they're like, yeah, man. And I can't even describe it. I've made so much fun of that book that it's just not right, that book.
Yeah, actually, my daughter brought it up yesterday saying, well, that description in that book that birth was like a rush of ecstasy, that didn't quite measure up.
No, that book is screwed up.
Didn't seem to match.
My youngest sister read that book and really likes it. My other sister, Jen, decided she had a really yucky first birth, so she decided she was going to read that book and follow everything it said for the second one. And I made fun of her meanly for the entire pregnancy. And she was so mad at me, and my other sister, Myra, was so mad at me, and they said, you need to let her have this birth plan the way. And I said, you guys, I get it, but let's like draw a line here. And then she was so mad at me, she almost didn't want me to come to the birth, and finally she let me come. And in the middle of the birth, she said, I'm so sorry, you're right, I hate that book sucks. Like, so we bonded over the fact that book is just the stupidest excuse.
I'm going to have to
for birth.
I'm going to have to dip into it again and see what my perspective might be on it now.
All those guys were just tripping, and they thought it was the grooviest little daisy-filled field of birth experiences.
Well, I'll tell you one good thing that came out of it is that it inspired a lot of women to follow the path of midwifery.
That's true.
Because that was around the time the movement exploded.
Really into that. That is an awesome thing.
Yeah, so, take the bitter with the sweet.
But all this obsessively trying to pretend that there's no pain involved and trying to channel your pain into like happy ecstasy is BS. Like, I think you've got to accept the pain and get past it. You can't just pretend like it doesn't hurt the whole time. It's dumb.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard to pretend that it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a dead end.
Those women were just trying to find different words that made it wonderful and beautiful instead of like freaking horribly painful. And that was bugging me. Okay, I'll stop talking about it.
That is the opinion, not of this radio station, but of my co-host, Emily Howe.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Emily. Moving right along, we have a wonderful selection of music to play now.
That maybe doesn't... It's not about birth, is it?
Nope, not a bit. It's about Outlaws.
Yes.
Which is really what I'm into. So this is a new track of music. It's a demo, I believe, demo tape, that was sent to me by Jay Stevens, who wrote the lyrics, I think, to this. And it's performed and recorded by Val McCallum.
What's it called?
Well, it's called Outlaws.
Oh,
number 4.
Sorry, I thought you just said it was about Outlaws.
Well, demos are called funny things. It's
okay.
The last version of it I got was all in Chinese. I mean, literally, it said MP3 at the end, but then there was a big Chinese clump of characters.
That's so weird.
So now it's Outlaws number 4. So
how do people type in Chinese? My computer doesn't do that.
They do in China. I think there are ways to switch the keyboards over to different languages. There are hidden menus within menus that you don't even know about.
I don't know about anything like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get this revved up.
You know what?
What?
Maybe we're not on air. None of our sliders are up very far.
No, I put them down because we were distorting a little bit.
Oh,
I was trying to be a good engineer this morning instead of letting that stuff crackle.
Good for you, Kristina. Good.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3. They say a river never finds a home. It just keeps rolling till there's no more going. They say I killed a man in Ohio. Yeah, people say stuff when there's just no knowing. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna saddle up, ride north and west to the Jonestown cut. 20 miles by supper with any luck. Missing you all the way, and the way we touched. You ever sit and watch the water flow You know back is where it cannot go. The marshals come. It's nothing you don't know. Never been in love with a rodeo. You never met a killer from Ohio. If what they say is true, a slick desperado. The money's all yours, just keep it hidden. It's no use to me, dead or in prison. So hold me close till there's no more moon. I've got no choice, I'll be running soon to all the days when I wake alone, having dreamed this river knew the way to bring me home. So go to New York, sail off for Paris. Time a country girl, set off for the city. Buy yourself a shawl and a parasol. Stroll down those avenues looking beautiful, looking like some picture belongs on a wall, looking just like you own it all. The money's all yours, go have some fun. It's no use to me, dead or in prison. Why we love, such a mystery. A human force akin to gravity. The only crime is when disappears. So I'll go north with the snow this time of year. Then maybe Frisco in the late spring. There's a hotel out there that opera folks stay in. Check with the register, Davis or Blair. I know you're gonna find me waiting there. Outlaws Song. Outlaws Song.
That guy has a sweet voice.
That was really pretty.
That's Val McCallum. McCallum.
McCallum.
I'm sure we'll be hearing more from Val.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Val. Thank you, Jay. So, what else? What the heck else?
The train is coming. You know what? 2 weeks in a row, the train has been wicked, wicked late.
Well,
Maybe they have a new schedule now.
That's what I'm thinking, is that they've changed the schedule.
Oh, my gosh.
Here it comes.
It's even more distracting to us now that it's mid-show than it was when it was at the beginning.
I know, because everything just... Time stands still when the train goes by.
Know.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
But,
We have lambs being born left and right up at the farm. Speaking of birth, it's not as exciting as human birth, but
it's pretty exciting.
it is.
I love your lambs.
They're so cute. Oh my goodness.
I want them all. I just want to hug them all up and put them in a basket and bring them to my house.
I do put them in baskets sometimes, and I do hug them a lot. Where I'm happy because so far all that have come are girls, and that means that they live.
Oh, yeah.
We keep some boy ones, but mostly the boy ones get sold, and even though we don't often kill them ourselves, it's kind of a given that somebody's going to, which is sad to me.
Yeah, someday someone's got to develop a better system for that.
I know, because half of lambs are boys.
Yeah, it's not...
I understand people like to eat them. I get that some meat needs to be eaten, and I'm glad that at least the meat that gets eaten from our house has a very happy life before it gets eaten.
Yeah, I think eventually we won't eat meat anymore. That's my prognosis for our
I'm really not crazy
world
about
culture.
it, and I never eat lamb.
We're just going to get liking animals so much that we don't want to kill them. That's my opinion.
I just don't love red meat. We went to Worthy Burger for dinner last night, and I know everybody loves that restaurant, but I just don't like meat that much. And then all you can eat there is kind of just like meat.
Well, there's the one veggie burger. It's quite good.
Yeah,
and
I had a salad.
Well, I'll tell you, try the veggie burger because it has it's cooked on the griddle with the burgers, the regular burgers, and so it has a little bit of that flavor.
I should have. I don't know why I didn't get that. I just got a salad.
Yeah, next time. Well, you needed a recommendation from me to say that is a great burger. That is a mean burger over there for the vegetarians.
Ira hates it. He was like, "No, I don't want to go to Wormy Burger."
Wormy Burger?
Yes.
Wonder why wouldn't a kid like that?
Well, because the burgers are so fat, you can't get them into his mouth.
Oh, his mouth is too small.
Yeah, and
that's an issue.
He's a really picky eater. He doesn't like any food at all, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like nothing, unless it's like highly sugary.
Yep.
And I try to keep him away from sugary things. So basically, he's on a hunger strike because, the pediatrician keeps saying, "Don't worry, Emily. He'll eat when he's hungry. Just feed him good foods." And I try, and he actually doesn't. He doesn't eat when he's hungry. Kids are wicked smart like that. They will literally starve themselves before they'll eat something that they don't want to eat. They don't care. They know it hurts the mother more than it hurts them to see them getting like all scrawny and pale.
Well, one of my earliest childhood memories is of running into the bathroom and hiding because my mother was cooking sauerkraut. You know when you heat up sauerkraut?
That's pretty gross, Kristina, though. I can't believe she made you eat that.
Well, she didn't. I don't think she did make me eat it.
It's so strong.
But I was so upset by the smell that I ran away into the bathroom and hid. They had to come get me.
I don't even try to make my kid eat sauerkraut. I just want him to eat some basic food, just decent food.
It's going to change. He's going to get hungry. He's going to get really hungry, and then he's going to make up for it.
He's such a scrawny little thing. Like, what?
He'll get going.
Why isn't he hungry? Why doesn't he want to eat the good foods that I make for him? It's so sad. Anyway. And my other kid, I'm a little mad at my other kid because I got him a little tablet because when they're away visiting their dad, I have no way of communicating with them. And so I got him this tablet so he could tell me, how he was doing and if they needed anything or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And I am anti-screens as much as possible. And we had a big talk about this, about how if he has this thing, he can use it for music, he can use it for email. And we did cave and let him get like 2 very
innocuous games
mm-hmm. for emergencies like sick or maybe long car trips. But we had a long talk, and he is a really responsible kid. And I said, "You are not to be doing anything else with this, or we got to think of some consequence." And when he was away at his dad's, he found some program where you can just download all kinds of like really terrible, violent games. So now he's got it just chock full with these things.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not sure, like my brain quickly says, okay, the punishment which should be take away his device.
And you're taking away
but I can't because I have no other way to communicate with him, and I don't know what to do.
That's called a catch-22.
And he knows it because he's a smart little bugger too.
I ran up against that quite a bit when my children were growing up, that kind of thing. So the kind of no win for the mother.
Yeah.
No win. No, somehow they get through it.
I know. I just don't really like
but it's
him
annoying.
Like using machine guns on zombies or anything. Yeah. It just does not make me happy, and he knows that.
I have this old BB gun that was in the house when we moved into it, and then for years I hid it. I think I told you about this. I hid it in the basement.
But
and
Wilder was obsessed with it.
Well, he finally found it, but he didn't find it for quite a number of years, and then he was old enough pretty much. And but now I have this thing, and I don't have any use for it. And I thought, well, you can't give something like this away to the thrift store, right?
No.
Okay, so what do I do with it?
I'll take it if you don't want it.
You want it?
We actually use. I mean,
Yeah? I'll
when
give
the
it to you.
when the kids are responsible with things like that. I mean, my dad is a firearms safety instructor,
Right.
so he does do that with the kids. They are outside with dad shooting tin cans
Oh,
all the
awesome.
time. It's
All
their
right,
favorite
it's
thing.
yours.
And I'm okay with that because I think that every child or every person should know how to be safe with a firearm just in case. Like there should be, I don't know. I guess that's the way I do not like the idea of killing anything ever. I understand that some people are fine with that and I'm fine with them being fine with that, but I personally don't want to kill anything. But I'm not trying to keep my kids from hunting if they want to hunt.
Part of their culture. It's part of their family
Right.
culture. So
And I've tried to give them both sides and not pressure in any direction, but they automatically are kind of into it. But as long as they do it in a very respectful and kind way, I'm okay with that.
all right.
But anyway,
Okay. Duly noted. Guess where I went today? Not today. I only went here today.
okay.
Where did I go
I was
this
like,
week?
whoa, you're busy.
Ask me where I went.
Not Italy, sadly.
No.
Where?
I went to the Twin State Typewriter Store.
There's an actual typewriter store still in the world?
Yeah, in White River Junction.
That's cool.
It's so amazing. It's like walking back into the 50s.
Wow.
It's kind of hard to figure out how to get into it because it's got these strange doors, and then I got a little confused. But I got there. I got in.
Christina's not familiar with doors.
No, doors. There's too many
Confuse her.
doors. Just too many doors. So I got in there. It's an office supply store, and they sell and refurbish electric typewriters
Whoa.
and manual typewriters. And they sell one new manual typewriter.
A
which,
year.
No,
Oh.
no. I'm saying they actually order this. There's a company that makes manual typewriters and sells them, and they're new. They're not used. They're not old.
That's so weird.
Yes, and I looked at the box, and they're made in China. I didn't really like it, frankly. I thought it was a little chintzy. Like, it didn't
Yeah.
have that solid feeling that you
Ka-chunk,
get.
ka-chunk,
Ka-chunk,
ka-chunk.
ka-chunk. Yeah, so I'm waiting. I got on the waiting list to get an electric. I think I'm going to get a portable electric in either Robin Eggs Blue, Institutional Green, or Mustard Yellow.
Whoa. Last time I saw typewriters, really, was in high school. Typing class.
Yeah.
Whole room of typewriters.
Yeah, you don't see them a lot anymore.
No. My sister, Jen, this is funny, actually. So her favorite game to play when we were kids was Taxes. This is what it was called. And she, which is weird, because she was like kind of the most tomboyish of us all, kind of. But she would put on fake press-on fingernails. She was like 7 or something. She'd put on fake press-on fingernails and kind of doll herself all up. And then
secretary.
she'd get out our typewriter and a lot of paper and folders and things, and then she'd play Taxes, which just means she would just type away and she'd pretend to answer her phone and be like, and her favorite word to use when she was playing Taxes was information. So she'd pretend to answer the phone. She's like, yes, I need your information. I'll have your taxes filed right away. And this is what she liked to play for hours.
How did she learn to do that?
I don't know.
Was there a television show or something?
My mother definitely did not wear fake fingernails
I love
or
that.
anything like that. But
I
Jen
love
would
that
just
show.
sit there.
Taxes. Let's play Taxes. I would
I
much
just-
rather play Taxes
I
than
can't
actually
believe she didn't
pay
become like an
taxes.
accountant or something. It's so bizarre.
Maybe
I wish she'd play taxes this spring and do mine for me. I hate doing taxes.
Oh, golly.
Although maybe if I put on fake fingernails, it might be a lot more fun.
Well, I think Jen should go down to the Twin State Typewriter Store. I think she'd
play
really
Taxes down there.
Yeah, she could play Taxes all afternoon. They have a section with all these typewriters, and you can go around and try them, and that would be really great. Yeah,
They have typewriters with deletes. Like, how do you delete something after it's inked on the paper?
Oh, you got whiteout.
The typewriter actually whites it out.
Whiteout is your best friend when you. I mean, it's your only.
No, but it's a delete button. Do
On
they
a
not?
typewriter?
Yeah, because my grandmother had a sort of more recent typewriter, not too many years
Maybe
ago.
You know what I wonder? I wonder if it shoots out a white something to white it out on a key itself, possibly.
I feel like hers had a tiny little screen, so you'd type
something
on the
comes
screen,
up.
and then it prints behind it. Kind of, it's almost like a
If the
printer.
the arm comes up with the letter on it, and then what comes up? The ribbon comes up with a corrective tape, perhaps.
I have got to go look.
Well,
back
we'll
into
find
that.
out. This is
It's
all
back in their den. I'll have
these
to
are-
check because I remember she had a delete button, and I could never figure out how
Yeah.
the heck that could be a thing.
These are all deep mysteries that can be uncovered.
You couldn't
at the
delete a
Twin-
lot. I mean,
Twin
you could only
State
delete like if you'd just
Typewriter
written it.
Store.
I believe. Twin State Typewriter Store. Oh
That
my
was kind
God.
of a poetry thing we just did there, like
Was.
talking at the same time.
yes,
but
and pausing
yeah,
between
Yeah.
words like that.
I like that.
Oh, I gotta go on the ski program after this all day outside. I don't like the outside right now.
Oh, stop, you
It's
lamb
cold,
farmer!
but there's no. I've already been outside all day already, and it's kind of cold, and it's really not pretty today. There's not a lot of snow.
it's
If it's gonna be
icy.
cold, I want my snow.
I know. I'm getting rather irritated at this winter because of that. Exactly. I had a little bit of hope.
Don't just
Couple-
give me cold by itself.
Yeah.
What is that?
Ice on your driveway. Come on, let's get it covered up
That is
with
just
some nice crunchy snow that makes
Yeah.
a good sound.
Yeah,
Not slippery.
yeah.
You got traction.
Traction.
Yeah. So I'm going to play another song. It's that
right.
time of the show.
What
And
are
I
you
think
gonna
I
play
have
now?
Nikki Matheson now, a song called "Lover of Salt."
She has the same initials as Nicki Minaj.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
What?
What's Nicki Minaj?
She's the lady who's pretty much always naked on the internet all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I missed out on her.
Okay. Well, she's a
I'll
pop.
try to catch
she's
that.
a pop singer
Probably never.
with another one of those like epic butts.
Oh, like the Wrecking Ball woman?
No, that's Miley Cyrus. Oh my God.
Did you see the video? I saw this funny video today of this big like heavy guy like mimicking all the moves of Wrecking Ball. and
No, was he
singing
on-
in a really bad voice. It was so good. I want to go watch.
Was he like in his underpants on a
Yes,
wrecking ball?
yes. I'm
I
going
think
to
I
run
did see
home
this.
and watch it again because it made me feel so happy inside. Which Miley Cyrus does not make me feel happy inside.
No,
I just feel
she's
annoyed.
ridiculous.
Don't you? You
So
feel
annoyed.
It's music that to get annoyed by.
It
or
really
bu-
kind of is.
music that's annoying. I mean, it doesn't make you feel good. What do you feel good about from that?
That I'm not her.
Well, that's not a good. Oh, you're happy that you're not her.
I feel a little better about myself that I'm not quite the train wreck that poor child is.
Yeah, but it's annoying because she still represents this.
It's also
physical
annoying because she's getting like
ideal.
$1 million for being a train wreck.
Yeah, but money doesn't buy
Where's
happiness.
my $1 million for my
Yeah,
train wrecks?
you're happy. You're happy. You're not going to get that money.
That's true.
Whoops, that's the wrong one.
In the trail of all lost moments, the ones that would not be penned, blown away with the blaze of the homeless. When the smoke cleared, you were there. Stand away from the situation, from the words that you never could hear. From the heart turned in your direction, they were not meant for your ears. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt, come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt, come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt. Passing through all the seasons that were to be, days spent watching across the sea, cursing every clock and vehicle that took you farther from me. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt, come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt, come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt. with the soul that's set to sting my eyes, or when you ask me not to fall in love. I know about the sweat and tears, the real soul come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears. I know about the sweat and tears, the real soul come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt. Lover of salt upon the shore, fixed in place and turned to stone. Savor all the water rushing over, just to melt and flow. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt come out to me. I know about the sweat and tears, lover of salt.
Yeah. Nikki Matheson.
I think you talked before you turned yourself on.
I did?
I don't know.
No,
Maybe not.
I think I heard myself in my headphones,
Oh,
which
good.
means that I'm on. I'm always on.
She's on.
I'm on.
Man.
Yeah, so yeah,
What?
I had all these phone calls, like the worst kind of phone calls to make this week. The kind that you would just go hide under a rock if you had to make these phone calls, like negotiating money.
Oh,
Phone calls.
oh,
That
just
is
made my
absolutely the
stomach
worst.
turn.
I know. And what I found myself doing was procrastinating for whole days. So it would be on the back of my mind that I would have to go and do it. And then it made me very ineffective in all other areas, the fact that I was resisting against making the phone call. So,
I know exactly what that's like.
yeah, so I finally had to just knuckle down. You have to knuckle down. And I don't know what to say. I don't know why I have such a hard time negotiating on behalf of myself.
It's because you don't have confidence, and it's the same as me. I don't believe I'm worth anything, so I don't feel right asking people to pay me for whatever it is that I do.
Yeah, exactly. My habit is to ask people what they think I'm worth instead of saying, here's the value I put on myself.
I know,
Take
it's
it or
exact
leave it.
opposite of what we're supposed to do if we want to be business people.
I don't want to be a business person.
Not
I want somebody
either.
else to handle it. I want your sister to come and play taxes at
Me
my house
too.
and make those phone calls for me with her red nails and her puffed up poof on.
That's a good idea.
It's not a poof on, is
We
it?
should. Okay, Kristina, when we are bazillionaires, Jen can be our personal. I have Jen make phone calls for me sometimes because she is not afraid.
And she knows how to ask for information.
Information.
Yep. Okay, Jen.
It was her birthday yesterday.
Happy
I think. Yesterday?
birthday.
Yes.
The 28th?
28th.
Oh, so
and then John's is the 27th and Jim's is the 25th. We have all the J birthdays in my family are in January and they're all in the same week. So we hit them all with one party and then we're good.
hit them with a party.
Hit them with
That's
a
what
party.
I say. Hit them with a party. Whenever you're feeling down and out, hit them with a party. I feel bad. Could you hit me with a party? Yeah. Speaking of which, the Jim and Molly event at Bethel Town Hall is tomorrow.
yes,
So
the
everybody come.
Stefanos.
It's $10. You'll get. I think there's beer and wine and
Is that the Bethel Town Hall you said?
rock bands. Yeah.
I would love to go. We are going to be away in Burlington tomorrow, but I do encourage everyone else to go because it will be cool.
Well,
They're cool people.
they're very cool. Their house burned down, and we're raising money for them.
What time is it?
It starts at 4. Music starts, I believe, around 6. Chris Kleeman, the Gully Boys, Coquette, and currently nameless. So,
I see.
so your punishment for not being able to go tomorrow?
Yes. Oh,
Is
I'm
this-
going to be punished enough. I have to go to a baby shower. It's the worst.
Well, here's more punishment. We're gonna heap it on.
Okay, wait. She's going to give me a spelling word. I know. I'm going to get my pen ready.
Ready? Ready?
Yes.
Temperament. Ooh, this is really hard. I, in fact, wrote this down earlier this week because it was so good. It was so stellar. All right, time's up. Bzz.
Why is this so stellar?
Go ahead, read it. Try.
Temperment.
No.
Is this a different... I don't understand. Temp.
You'll never, ever, ever, ever in a million years get it, because I didn't. Although you are a little smarter than me, but...
There's no R.
There's an extra vowel in there. That's a clue. I know usually don't give you a clue, but today you get a clue. 5, 4,
I give up. I've written it 4 different ways, and none of them look right.
Okay. TEMPERAMENT.
Oh, God.
Isn't that awful? That's the English language for you.
Temperament is stupid.
Yeah, I
English
think it's pretty
language.
dumb.
God.
I mean, there's no point in that A being there.
I'm turning my computer so it only types in Chinese.
Okay.
Nobody would even know if I was misspelling anything that way.
That's a plan.
That's my plan for life.
All right, so we're going to switch to Chinese. Probably this show, I don't think we could do it in Chinese.
I think we'd have to speak it then.
Yep.
Which probably isn't going to happen since I can't really barely even speak English.
I did a webinar this week.
Whoa.
I mean, I participated in one. I did not offer one. I
Are
participated.
you all like web savvy now?
Hey, man, look at me.
You look pretty web savvy.
Web savvy.
Is it anything that will be useful to you?
Maybe useful to you, too. It was about how to profit from your podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you find these webinars?
Oh, well, it's secret.
You said what? Why is it secret?
No, it's a guy. It's a guy that's kind of well known for his podcast orama
ability to podcast.
Daniel J. Lewis. There, I've said it. I've promoted him.
I don't know him, so you're safe still.
Yeah. He's good. I like him a lot, actually. He's a good personality, and he was interviewing this other guy who has been a very successful podcaster, and so there were a lot of topics that pertain to things that we do.
Super.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was that. How do you price a photo shoot? That was one of my questions this week. How do you price it? Like if you go out here, tell me, if you go out and you're going to shoot for, say, I don't know, 4 hours.
That depends. Is it at my location or theirs?
No, it's theirs. So you're traveling.
Well, it depends. Like senior portraits, I charge $100 an hour, and
that's exactly what I quoted this person.
For weddings, I charge $130 an hour.
Okay. Yeah. People spend a little more.
I just leave it so it's pretty basic, and that does include they get, so for senior pictures, they probably get, I give them probably 50 raw shots, and then I edit maybe like 12 to 20 of them nicely so that they can use them for albums or whatever. And for weddings, I just usually shoot for how many hours, and then I put everything that I shot, even the crappy ones, on a disc and give them to them. And then the same thing, I edit like a couple dozen nice ones for albums or for frames or whatever.
Yeah, because weddings, there could be maybe just one bad picture that had that one person in it, and they're
right. Well, I used to throw away the ones where like somebody's eyes were shut or people have goofy faces. But then I found out that some people actually really like those, so I just let them. I don't want to be one of those people who, I don't know. On one hand, I'm like, oh, it's my art. I should give them what I feel like represents my art. But on the other hand, I'm like, it's their wedding. I don't care. I just need this money. So I'm going to give them all the pictures and just not deal with it anymore. The end. So
I think
that's not a very artistic artist, I guess, in that way.
I just think there's so many conflicting motivations behind what happens at weddings. You can't make those judgments.
Right.
They didn't really invite you there to be an artist.
No.
I mean, yes and no. But first and foremost,
Some
it's
people
documentation.
do. Some people see your work and say, I like your style. I want you to shoot our wedding. And you can kind of feel it out. If somebody who likes you because they've actually picked you because they like your style, that's different from someone who picked you because you're cheap. Most people pick me because I'm cheap and they know me.
Or because they like you as a person.
Right.
And they know you're a
they're
capable
not like,
photographer.
I like this journalistic angle for my wedding. They're not even thinking about that. They just want somebody to cover their wedding cheap. So that's me, usually.
Yeah.
I can give them art if they want, but mostly they don't want art. They just want cheap pictures of their wedding that are good. The end. Yeah.
Yes. On that happy note. Yeah. So this week I felt like I moved 100 things forward about an inch. That was my metaphor for this week.
That does seem right.
I didn't get anything substantial done on any particular project, but everything moved forward about an inch. Like lots of things.
That's cool, though.
I guess so. It doesn't. You don't feel really satisfied by it.
I know.
You don't get to the end of the week and say, "Wow, that was a good job."
Well, it's winter, Kristina. Everything is a little bit stagnant, and as long as you're inching forward, at least there's forward. I don't think we did much this week either. We just it was kids and lambs and work, and there was a lot of kids always around our house. We had a lot of play dates this weekend. I don't know what happened. Really nothing. Yeah, nothing. My house is dirty again.
It's okay when nothing happens. It's okay to be alive and have nothing happen. It's okay to just be a person. You don't have to prove yourself every day by what you do, right?
I know. It's kind of tricky that we try to tally up our worth every Friday.
Oh, yeah, that... Oh.
We gotta quit that.
Well, I guess it's an interesting exercise that's evolving over time.
It is. I like kind of getting a summary of my week, but sometimes it's tricky to think of how little I accomplished in 1 week.
Well, yes, according to certain way of looking at it.
Maybe weeks aren't about accomplishment.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We just have to get through for a while. Accomplishment sometimes comes in big rushes, and then there's lots of times without any.
Yeah, and some weeks are just to be gotten through. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's just the way it is. It's part of being a human being. It's not always so great.
No.
In fact, sometimes it's just lousy.
It is. Well, you had lots of stuff going on, so you couldn't be going forward this week too. You were waiting for a grandbaby to come.
Yeah, I had
stuff like that.
I was doing a lot of research and studying technical manuals and trying to organize files, computer files, and just really mundane, not boring, but not satisfying.
Well, it's the busy work. It has to get done, but it's just not fun to do.
Yeah, so anybody else out there who had that kind of a week, I'm with you. We're going to turn this thing around. It may feel like an ocean liner, but we're going to turn it around.
Yes.
All right. So you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio on Royalton Community Radio, and we're just thrilled to be here.
I'm taking off my boots because my feet
now
are
we're just about to go.
I know. My feet were kind of wet. I need to dry them out for a few minutes.
Okay.
What? We're about to go?
Yeah, we're about to go.
Why do you stay so?
What? It's like, can't you tell? It's kind of getting towards
I can't tell.
12
the
o'clock.
computer's off. I'm relaxing over here.
All right, it says 11:59. Oh, we got like a minute. Well, I do have a track of music that we're going to go out on. If you come to hear our podcast, which you can subscribe to on iTunes, 11th Hour Radio.
Or 11thhourradio.com too, right?
Yes, you can go to our website, 11thhourradio.com, and you can also go to iTunes and subscribe to the podcast, which will come automatically to your phone.
I'm going to try that. I haven't been on there yet.
Yes, it's really cool.
Okay.
But you'll hear this last song, which we're going to cut off because we're on the radio and I didn't time it properly. You will hear the whole thing on the podcast. It's okay.
What's it going to be?
It's Pat Jones and Charlie Shew, and it's called I Could Love You.
And we love you guys, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
two lovers in a restaurant, and picking up the conversation, I could tell it didn't mean a lot. He wants you in his world and all his dreams, but all I see is every time you run back to him, girl, you always bleed. But I could love you, hold you through the night. I could love you, make you feel the fire. I could love you, I could love you. He walks like a man, but a man never treats love like a game. Because your heart's on the line and you're both closer to the flame. Now he'll go on you, losing you unconditionally. You could surrender all the love you have to me, and I could love you, hold you through the night. I could love you, make you feel the fire. I could love you, I could love you. My heart's been through the ashes of love. I've been burned before. Come on, get close to my love. My heart's an open door. Yeah, yeah. Listen, darling, no promises, no lies. I won't ask for nothing, baby. I got no disguise. And we could please each other any way we choose. It could only come to loving, baby. With love you can't lose. And I could love you, hold you through the night. I could love you and make you feel the fire. I could love you, I could love you. Oh, I could love you. I'd hold you through the night. I could love you and make you feel the fire. I could love you, I could love you.